and welcome back to another Storytime Sunday. So for this story time, I am going to be telling you guys about a Depop experience. This girl tried to scam me, and it's going to be kind of like a storytime slash PSA for all of you beautiful people who sell on Depop, because people be wildin'. But before I get into that story, I have an update for you guys. And if you're not someone who like actively follows my channel, you don't care, you just want to hear the story, I will put a timestamp on the screen so that you guys can skip past this. But for all you guys who are like my little stars, my little lovelies who joined the family, I am so excited to be announcing a brand new series. It's going to be called Savor Sundays, and no, this does not mean that I'm getting rid of Storytime Sundays. I'm just going to have them interchanged. So one week you'll get a Storytime Sunday, one week you'll get a Savor Sunday, and what it's going to be is pretty much like DIY videos, thrifting tips, and helping you guys get like the slayed looks on a budget, because that has been my life this whole quarter ever since my financial aid got denied. No, but really, I've been thrifting a lot and I'm starting some super cool DIY projects that I want to share with you guys. So please stay tuned for that. I am so excited. I think my first one is going to be up next Sunday, so but I'm not going to waste too much time, so please go ahead and give me a like as well as subscribing if you haven't yet, and let's get into the story. Alright, so for any of you guys who don't know what Depop is, it's like the thrifter's dream. Like, imagine if eBay and Instagram had a baby. That's pretty much what it is. It's like you post items for sale, but you do it like super fashionably. And I love going on there just to like get inspo or to see some things that I would like want to thrift in the future. I just love Depop. But if you guys have seen any of my thrift hauls, I do post certain items that I thrift to my Depop to then sell. And my very first thrift haul that I did, I had an item, a vintage baby purple little velour Adidas tracksuit. I'm going to insert like a picture next to me just so you guys can see if you guys didn't see that video. But it was so cute. It was like literally my first thrift find ever. Like the first time I ever went thrifting was with my friend, and I walked in there and I saw this item and I was like, it's $10, bro, what the? But the set was a small in bottoms and a large in the top, and so it didn't really fit me on the bottom, and so I was like, I'm just gonna sell it. It's still a very cool vintage piece and I'm sure that someone's gonna love it. So I posted to Depop and it's still up there, it's still sold. Like, I'm not gonna expose this person. I mean, I'm pretty sure her name isn't the name that she uses on her Depop anyways, just from her like PayPal information, which I'm also not gonna share with you guys because I'm not out here trying to like ruin lives. But I uploaded this item, and literally within the first week she commented on it and she was like, hey, are you going to be able to ship this to Berkeley, California? And when I was uploading it, I thought that I had said to like shipping, like I could ship it somewhere, but apparently my settings were like for meet in person. So I was like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. Let me just change the settings really quickly. I got you, girl. Like, ain't no problems. So literally we had like a little bit of back and forth in the comments, and those are all still up there, and she purchased the item. Like, I was honestly very surprised because I sold it for $125 plus $5 shipping, and I was like, I really just made hella money on this tracksuit. Like, I was so ecstatic. I was like, time to quit my job, time to drop out of school. Like, who needs college when I can be out here with a thrift haul grind? No, just kidding. Don't drop out of college. That's I'm gonna get this degree for sure. But I was like super duper hype about it, and I've never really like shipped items, so I asked my mom to do it, and when she shipped it, she actually sent me a picture of the receipt and like of the tracking information. And this is literally the only reason that I didn't actually get scammed. But I'm not gonna jump ahead, so let me like continue with the story. So I sell her this item, and I'm not sure exactly what day that she bought it, but I do know that from checking the tracking information that she received the item on September 28th. So I was like, okay, girl got her tracksuit. She never said anything on my Depop. She never like contacted me after that, and literally I had like forgotten about the whole thing. I was like, it's sold, it's done. Literally, like, as soon as the money dropped onto my PayPal, I just transferred it to my bank account because I don't really go on PayPal. I don't use PayPal that much, so I was like, there's no reason to keep this money here. Like, let me get my money onto my bank account. And although I sold the item for $130, I only got about $115 because Depop does have like a 10% of sale little like tax that they have on you because you're using their app, you're using their platform, and so like it makes sense. Like I wasn't really tripping. I still got $115, still like $105 profit. So I was like out here. So almost a whole month goes by, and then one evening I'm sitting there, my mom's in my room, my grandma's in my room, we're all talking, like just having a good time. I think I was like trying stuff on, I don't know. But literally I look at my emails and I have this email from PayPal, and immediately my mom like sees my whole face change. She's like, Karina, what happened? Like what's going on? Because let me just pull up this email for you guys. Like, oh. So I got this email and it says, Dear Karina, we are writing to let you know one of your buyers opened a case for this transaction. The buyer stated that they did not authorize this purchase. Here are the case details. And it has like her name, her email, the item, and it pretty much says that if I have any information that I need to submit it by November 3rd, and if I don't, then immediately she's going to get her money back. So I checked my PayPal because I'm like, and they literally have a negative $130 hold on my account because like I said, I took the money out immediately and I don't use it, so my balance in there was 0 and now it was negative $130. So I was like, are you serious? I was so shook because I had actually gotten a flat tire like around the same time that I had transferred the money, and so I had to pay like $100 to get a brand new tire, and I didn't even have that money anymore, and I knew that she got the item, so I was like, I don't understand what's going on, this is so frustrating. Like, why? Why would you ever do this to someone? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was feeling so shocked, and I wasn't even sure at that time if I did have all the information because I threw the receipt away like a couple of days after I shipped the item, because you don't assume that you're gonna need that kind of thing. And this is kind of where like the PSA of this video comes in. If you guys are going to sell on Depop, on Poshmark, on any of these like little apps, please make sure that you guys have all your information. Please make sure that you guys hold on to all receipts, all like postings, take screenshots of everything, because people are out here trying to scam you. Like, I was so shook. I literally was thinking like I would have to use my own money to pay this girl and she would still have my tracksuit because it was an unauthorized purchase. But you asked me if I could ship it to you. Where I was like, no, like we're not gonna do this. And literally within 20 minutes I got on my laptop, I submitted all my information. I think what I sent them was my initial listing, and in the bottom of that listing I had said that there was no refunds, no returns, and no exchanges, I believe. I also included the picture of the comments section where she was asking about the item, if I could ship it to her. And the reason that like there's no way for her to even deny this is because she literally asked me if I could ship it to Berkeley, California, and then on the tracking number, on the tracking information, if you were to like put it into the UPS tracking thing, it said delivered to the front porch to whatever her address is in Berkeley, California. And I was like, girl, I sent in those pictures, and then also luckily since my mom was the one who shipped the item and since she had sent me a picture of the tracking information, I was able to provide a tracking number for PayPal, and that's really like what kind of saved me in this situation, because if I was the one who took the item to get shipped and I had just thrown away my receipt after I had given the tracking number to her, then I literally would have gotten $130 scam from me as well as the item, and I just wasn't having it. Like, I was literally so pissed about this when this first happened. I was like, so then a couple of days ago, I got an email from PayPal on October 9th. I guess that wasn't a couple days ago, but like a week ago. But they pretty much said that, as you know, one of your buyers opened a case with their financial institution, and they said that they're happy to confirm that my transaction is totally protected under their like seller protection policy, that I was totally following the guidelines and she would not be able to take any of my money. So after this was like resolved, I was really happy, but I was also like, I think I need to say something to this person, and I didn't want to be petty, I didn't want to be mean, because clearly like what she tried didn't work. So I was like, I have her email address from this PayPal email that they sent me, so why don't I email her and let her know how this whole thing made me feel. And I'm gonna read the email to you guys. Like, I promise I was not like super rude to her. So this is what I said. I said, hey girl, I really don't appreciate the scam you tried to pull through PayPal, and I'm happy that I had not thrown away my receipt, or you might have gotten away with it. And I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but Depop does all their transactions through PayPal, and the fact that she didn't go through Depop to like say, hey, I don't like this item, or hey, like this item isn't what I wanted. She went to PayPal and opened a case that like this charge was like a fraudulent, unauthorized charge. So that's what made this whole thing like way worse, because like clearly you're not just dissatisfied with the item because you never said anything about it. You're just trying to get your money back after you already received the item that you purchased. So okay, back to the email. Where was I? I was like, I really hope you learn from the situation and you conduct yourself better in the future. I'm just a college student and losing that $130 could have really hurt my financial situation. And that is so true, guys. Like, literally, me and I'm sure like most people on Depop, they're just thrifters or just people who are going to college, and that's kind of like their little side job or some like side business they do to make a couple of extra bucks. And so to get that money, spend that money, and then have like the risk of getting it taken away, like what if I hadn't taken the money out of PayPal? They would have literally held my money for almost like 3 weeks, because the initial like case opened email was sent on October 22nd and I didn't get a response till November 11th. So if I would have kept that money in PayPal, I would have literally not had access to that money for those 3 weeks. And another thing is that I couldn't make any other sales on Depop because they had this hold on my account, and like I didn't want to sell another item and have it possibly like go to her if this whole thing didn't like go in my favor, even though like I knew it would because I had all the information. But still, like, you still get nervous. You're like, why is this happening to me, you know? I'm sorry that I keep like stopping in the middle of this email, like my B. And then I said, it's not right to have such a blatant disregard for the situation of other people or to rip people off in such a horrible way. Please be a better person from here on out and don't scam anyone else. I'm not able to do much about it, and I'm happy that justice was served in this situation, but karma is real, girl, so you don't want to be putting this kind of bad intent into the universe. I hope God guides you in the right direction. Regards, Adidas tracksuit seller. In case she didn't like recognize my email, was like, what is this random thing about? So as you guys can see, I was very like respectful to her. I wasn't like, yeah, why would you do this, you know? Because that would have not helped anything. And I really am like a huge believer in the universe, in God, and I just really hope that she's a better person, and I hope that she doesn't try to do this to anyone else. And if you guys are thinking about selling on these like online stores, please make sure that you have all your proper information, that you're protected fully, because you don't want to end up in a situation like this. Like, it stressed me out so much when it first happened, because I was like, how? Because like I know that to some people $130 isn't like anything, but when you don't have a job and you're in college and you make YouTube videos pretty much, it's a lot of money. So alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up as well as subscribing. It really helps me out, and I will see you in my next video.